Hi, I'm Richard, and in this quick start video I'm going to show you how you can share your animation sketches through the KSketch website. First, I should talk about how to save a sketch. If you're using the web version, then you'll see a Save button just above the toolbar. If you're using an Android tablet or an iPad, like I am, then you'll be asked to save your work whenever you press this button to create a new sketch, or this button to go back to the home screen. Let's go back to the home screen now and give this sketch the name Maddox. Now I'll press this button to save. Be careful not to press the discard button or your sketch will be lost forever. So here we are in the home view. Here you can browse through all of your animation sketches. And here's the sketch we just saved down at the bottom. If you tap on a row in this view, then you'll open a sketch. If you swipe left, then you'll see a delete button. If you press this, then you'll delete that sketch. And if you accidentally swipe left on a row, then you can swipe right to get rid of the delete button. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. If you press this login button, then you can save all of your animation sketches to the KSketch website. I'll do that now. It takes me to a web page where I'll press sign in and sign in with Google, which is the only option, and I'll sign in with a Google account. You can use any Google account you like. All your animations will be saved under this account name. And enter a password and sign in. The first time you do this, you'll be asked to confirm that we can see your basic information. After you accept this, you'll begin the registration process. First, we need to know the month and year that you were born, so we'll know how old you are. If you're 18, you'll then be asked to accept the KSketch agreement. This describes the data we collect for research purposes and our terms of use. If you're under 18, we'll ask for your parents' email address so we can ask them to accept this. Now, down here at the bottom, you'll see some important checkboxes. If you check the first one, then we'll send you or your parent email when there are important updates about the KSketch software or our research project. We'll only do this for changes that will affect your access to your sketches. If you check the second box, then we may contact you or your parent later and invite you to participate in a study. Please consider this because it helps our research. Finally, check the third box to acknowledge that you've read this and click Agree. You'll see a confirmation page, and if you click Go to My Profile Now, then you'll return to KSketch. After a short pause, KSketch will notice that your sketches haven't been saved to the website. If you want to keep them, press Sync to Web. After you do this, KSketch will synchronize all your sketches with those on the KSketch website. If you've got a lot, this might take a little while. Okay, now that we've logged in and uploaded all of our animations, we can log in to ksketch.smu.edu.sg and find all of our animations. Let me switch to a desktop web browser and click Sign In. This part works pretty much as it does on the tablet, so I'll just breeze over this. And after a short pause, we'll see all the sketches that we saw on the tablet. There we go. I'll click one here so you can see it. And keep in mind here that all of your sketches are visible to the entire world, so your friends can see these too. You can either share the web address with them, or they can search for your name or the sketch name with this search box. And you can see here that anyone who sees your sketch can comment on it or share it on Facebook. Now, if you want to edit a sketch or change who can view or modify it, then you can click this button. I'm going to press that now and make a small change to this animation just so you can see how changes synchronize. I'll add a 1 on the left here and press this button to save. Now, if you don't want everyone to see your sketch, you can select No over here to say that there is no public access to this sketch. If you do this, you can still make the sketch accessible to specific people by creating a group down here. I'll let you explore this on your own. For now, I'm just going to submit to save the sketch and switch back to my iPad. You'll see here that the number 1 that I added hasn't shown up yet. That's just because changes can take a while to synchronize. If you get tired of waiting, you can press this refresh button to get the latest list of sketches. After it loads them up, you'll see that this number 1 is now visible in the image. Now the full sketch isn't actually on my iPad yet, but when I tap on this, Ksketch will go to the web and fetch the latest version. And now you can see that number 1 I added on the website. So what happens when you disconnect from the network? I'm going to use this iPad panel to enter airplane mode, which turns off my network access. And now I'll erase this 1 and draw a 2 instead. Now when I press back and save this animation, Ksketch tries to save it to the web, but it can't because there's no network connection. If you see this, then make sure that you don't change the sketch through the web browser until you've reconnected to the network and saved your changes to the web. If you change it in your tablet and on the web, then you could lose some of your work. And I recommend pressing this refresh button after you reconnect, just to make sure your changes are saved as fast as possible. One last thing. When you log out, all of your animations will be cleared off of your tablet, but they'll still be on the web. If I press log out right now though, Ksketch will warn me that I have unsaved changes. That number 2 I drew has not been saved yet, so if I log out, I'll lose it forever. I'll log out anyway, because I don't care if I lose that. And now you can see that all of my sketches have disappeared. But just to prove to you that all of our sketches are on the server, I'll turn my network back on and press the login button, which launches the same login procedure you saw before, only it's much faster now. I'll log into Google, and now it will load the list of animations. This may take a while if there are a lot of them. And there we are. You can see everything is the same, except this animation still shows a 1 instead of a 2 because I didn't save my changes earlier. So I hope this gives you a good idea of how you can share Ksketch animations on the web. Give it a try yourself and let us know what you think. You can find out more at ksketch.smu.edu.sg.